is not for you.
So you're right.
Because the babies that are out there, they need someone that can help them and to strengthen families. And, you can go in there for one thing, but you come out and you've given the family a lot of different support services that they never knew existed.
Mm-hmm. Yes, ma'am.
You have to take Child and Family Services 1 and 2, and then you also need to complete the field practicum. But you would need to do the field practicum whether or not you were in this program or not. Every one of you have to do the field practicum, and that's when you're sharing all the work. But you also have to have a car and a valid license to do this.
And a social work elective, you're going to take one anyway. So
Mm-hmm.
one or two counts as a social work
And if you
elective.
did not choose to go into this field, anything that you're going to do in the field of social work, you're going to deal with a child that may have been subject to abuse, neglect, or dependency issue. But it is a rewarding job, and it's a good opportunity. And if you work with children's services, you can have an incentive. You can work with them and you can get your master's because they have a reimbursement program. And with Central State now being accredited, you can get your master's within a year. And wouldn't it be awesome if you can get paid to get your master's?
Mm-hmm.
And you're doing two things, and hitting a bird with two birds with one stone, helping a family and you're getting your master's. Do any of you have any questions for me? But does anybody think that they would want to do this?
Yeah.
Okay, well,
What year are you guys graduating again? You always tell me.
26.
Okay.
okay.
So,
Yeah.
Okay, but so you would be right on time. You could go ahead and take the classes and get it out the way. What year are you? Where are you from?
Cincinnati.
Okay, so you could actually do your field. You can do your practicum at home and go to Hamilton County Children's Services.
Mm.
You're familiar with the Cincinnati area?
Mm.
Mhm. Where are you from?
Same, Cincinnati.
Cincinnati.
What part of Cincinnati?
College Hill. In Coleraine.
Okay,
We all live around Coleraine.
Yeah.
and I'm originally from Hamilton, which is up the street.
Mm-hmm.
You know where Hamilton is?
No, ma'am.
Like Nikita.
Yeah, Nikita.
Nikita's from Hamilton.
She is. She was my baby. She was one of my former students. Okay, well, I look forward to talking to you and speaking to you further if you're interested. I am located in this building in room 330. So you have my contact information there. And also, if you have any friends that are in social work, you can share with them. You know what? I heard about this wonderful program, and this person who was talking to us, she was just so excited, and she just couldn't hide it.
That's right.
I know,
Mhm.
and I want you. Okay? And so I'm live, right?
You are. I see Tiana Wiggins also. I can't remember when she does her practicum
Okay.
or if she's taking your class yet.
So do you have any questions? Did you hear me about my program?
Tiana. Sometimes it takes a minute to write back.
Okay.
But I think she has her practicum in the spring, if I'm remembering correctly. And then she would only be able to take one. They may be offered online soon too.
And with spring registration coming up now, you guys can take one of the classes in the spring. You can take class 1. It's a 1 and 2, so you could take part 1 in this spring, part 2 in the fall, and then you can do your practicum.
the only thing that was
He need a car.
That's stopping a lot.
Oh, yeah, me too.
Yeah.
We're recruiting for the UPP
She's in the
program.
UPP. She's in
You
the
already know it
class.
all, don't you?
Yeah, I'm in the class.
See, you know it all. We don't even have to tell
Mhm.
you. Okay, that's good.
But do you know where you're gonna do your practicum?
Yeah, God willing that I'll do it at Springfield Elite. That's where I live, and I work at Job and Family Services.
In
at
Clark?
Ohio- Yes, ma'am. At Ohio News Jobs for the CCNP program.
I get
I'm a
one.
job developer there.
I did that. Because I had retired.
Yes, ma'am.
And then I came back and did it with the CCMP program.
Okay.
And I
Yeah.
was doing that for a year, because that's new, that it was a pilot.
Yes,
And
ma'am.
they just started hiring people full time. They were gonna hire me, but I said, no, I'd rather do something that I enjoy doing. And I like working with students at Central.
Oh, awesome. Well, but I appreciate you. Thank you so much. Nice meeting you.
Okay.
Thank you. See you in the morning.
Oh, yes, that class is in the morning.
Yes,
It
Bright
it
and
is.
early.
It'll be here before we know. All right now.
Yes, thank you.
Thanks for
Thank you so
coming.
much.
Where's my room at now?
3:30.
Where is it? What building?
This one.
This one.
That was the quiz. Now you passed it.
Yeah.
All right.
Right.
Shoot, that's not what you did. How was your old weekend?
It was good.
How was your weekend?
I survived it
Oh, that's good.
with a bunch of crazy kids. For CPS, you said?
You about to start working
Family
at
Children's
Springfield Elite?
I want, yeah, with the $10,000 that they're gonna give, God willing, that they God willing will give us, but I would really wanna do my internship there and with their mental health with the kids.
That was cool, so that,
It's not a school, Springfield Elite.
oh, there's a Springfield Elite school there. Wait, what are you talking about?
I'm talking about Springfield Elite. It's like so my kids play football with them
Yeah.
and basketball. No, you're talking about charging.
Yeah, wait, what are you talking about? There's two?
So you're talking about the school. I'm talking about it's a mental health facility for children.
No, I never heard about this.
Yeah, it's called Springfield Elite. They're right at that Church of Jesus on Center Street.
And that's where you want your internship?
Yeah, God willing. I think that they said that they are
They
on the
pay?
list. Huh?
They pay?
Yes, they do. They pay very well.
Yes.
Yes, it'd be a paid internship more than I get paid now. They want to hire me now. I might work for them after I have this baby. But I don't know how that would work. I don't know if they could do the internship. I'm gonna see.
You can work at your internship, you just have to do separate duties.
I see.
You're allowed to. It's up to them, pretty much.
I'll be right with the therapist.
It's such an irrelevant question.
But you live in Springfield too, right?
I
Yeah.
was right off Center Street.
Yeah, so you would be right there. I'll have to link up with you and you get information about it.
Okay, I ain't really ever heard of that.
Springfield Elite. They have look them up on Facebook.
Okay.
Springfield Elite. SPRI.
Yes, I do. February 25th.
That's a good.
Is it? I find out on Monday, guys, what I'm having.
Valentine's Day.
You find it on Monday. On Monday?
On Monday.
I can't wait to know. I feel like you're gonna have a boy.
No.
I wanted to be a girl.
I wanted to be a girl so bad, but I feel like
Oh, you have all boys, right?
I do.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, girl. Fingers crossed.
Right. Thank you.
Cause you already did
So
the
you're gonna
football
tell us
thing.
next
right?
Tuesday?
This Tuesday come here next.
Like
Tuesday.
in a week.
Yeah, okay, I'm more pink next.
Yes, it'll be a day old, but I'll bring you guys the leftover cupcakes.
Okay.
Yes.
You said yes.
And I'm gonna decorate the board over there, boy or girl.
Do we have to make a visit to the food pantry? real fast
Yes.
now?
We
All of us? Let's go.
might as well.
Let's go.
No, bro, I wanted to.
I was gonna ask before you got
And I'm not
class.
invited you no more.
I know. Everybody's messing things up. Who is it now? Nisha? It's probably.
Yes.
There's Springfield Elite. Okay.
Yep.
Let's go.
I'm so glad you read
You
all
coming?
I wanna work. No, thank you.
Do you want
Justine's-
something?
Yeah, Justine's gonna grab me some vegetables.
Okay.
If not, a zero sugar snack.
Okay.
Thank you.
We have something. Be right back.
Thank you. Hey, then I went upstairs to get snacks. Hey, how you doing? Everybody went upstairs to go get snacks from the pantry.
Go see if that's talking
Where you at?
Everybody went upstairs to go get a snack.
Oh, yeah, you do got snacks.
Oh, it just was right in the middle of it.
I don't think we were baby straws.
That's okay. I didn't need them. I had just ate a lot of sugar that I'm gonna take.
The YouTube is also skipping.
Skip it.
I just joined, so I didn't get to hear.
You got you some vegetables.
Yeah, we were looking out for you. Thank you, friends. I appreciate it.
All right, so you guys got the update on UPP.
Yeah. It's like,
You can tell they're heavily recruiting.
you know that girl, Idea with the glasses who worked
Yeah,
there? I
yeah.
was betting on her to come into class so she could tell me about her job, but she didn't come to class. Cause she worked at like a nursing home or something.
She told you she was going to come to this class.
Yeah. And she's not here. So that's really crazy. And I don't see her other than this class. And I need a job.
You got it. Here, you gotta tell her right here.
She's on class. Where's she at? For real? Let me
Here's the recording, so you can watch it later.
watch this. I'm gonna just,
She'll watch it later. Just say it. Say
okay, Idea, come to class so that we could talk about the job opportunity. I need a job.
Isn't there two of you guys that work in that similar spot?
No.
There was one of you, like the hire for, here's one that was in Cincinnati. Oh, why is it already logged me out? I wouldn't want to
And
post
she live in Cincinnati too. Girl, what is you doing?
that. Because that one sounded good as you didn't need a car and they just.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Exactly. And it was like long hours, flexible.
Right,
She playing with me.
that's funny.
I've been praying on this and she ain't even come to class.
Whoa, that's kind of creepy. Why do they have Chinese on it?
No, it changed. It's been changing languages the longer that you were there.
Are you serious?
It was English and then it changed languages a few times.
I'm like,
Not weird.
it's kind of creepy. So here's one that I knew hired often with just the
What's it stand for?
living. It used to be living assistance for the developmentally delayed. They've changed it.
It's really not my fault, but I got it.
You got the recording right? Just check back in on
Go
us.
on YouTube.
Yeah, talk to me on YouTube. I'm responding.
Period.
All right, so here's one that.
Oh, what was that homework number do?
Oh, she did say you posted something.
The presentation.
No.
No,
Leading group. Right, you emailed you about, yeah, I was confused.
Did I put it in the wrong class?
Most likely.
Had to, cause, so we didn't have homework this whole time?
Is it? Let me look.
It's called leading group, and I emailed me,
That's probably for my group's class.
yeah, that's not us, please remove that, cause I was so.
We
You were
was.
freaking out.
Yeah.
And I was, and I'm like, I'm just gonna.
All right. Or
I know y'all wasn't freaking out, he
So
didn't
this-
attach nothing to it,
He
he
did.
does never go, you know.
It's all in the
Tell us in
syllabus.
class, like, I missed class, and so did you.
This one,
Yeah,
Yeah. Take it.
yeah, that's not us. Two people did it. They, no.
it's probably just like picking a date of when you would leave the group.
I thought that was on the, when we put on the discussion. I mean, it's just.
Oh, so they
group,
likely interpret it as the presentation that you're giving. So like presenting, I can see that. Let me edit. How about that?
I got all the information
Edit
from
assignment.
one source.
I was about to say, cause I really, what I'm doing in my week.
Mark them all right. You gotta do the.
Cause I did.
You show me.
Yeah.
Can I read it?
So this is about, this is where we turn it in,
Is that more descriptive for you?
so this is where we drop our PowerPoint? Okay. Okay, so I'm doing mine
I gotta.
next Tuesday. I'm not in here
That's fine.
Thursday.
That's
I'm
fine.
going out of town.
We're getting our guest speakers on Thursday for homecoming.
Who's our next speaker? And I'm like,
Graduates of the social program. I'll film it for you.
yeah, I'm watching on YouTube.
Okay.
But
What
when
are
we,
we-
are we gonna do
film
something today?
Where
do our photo?
Oh, it's Dr. Trout channel at Central State.
Can you put that like in D2L?
It is in the announcements on D2L.
Oh, it is?
Mhm. So if you go to the main page and then just like click on announcements, then turn off the channel for a minute because we talked about the vaccine.
Oh, it's talking about vaccines that day?
I think you're right.
They don't want you talking about died suddenly that you do about vaccines. Isn't that creepy? They
Yeah. So
turned
it's
off my
right
whole
there?
channel. Yes.
That's why I probably couldn't find it one day.
It's, okay, new YouTube as of today. Okay, that's your.
So that's the backup channel if we get turned off again. Right now I am on Dr.
I
Trout.
was like,
Yeah, I think you should just put that in the announcement, so like, we can find it.
It's right here. So.
He said that's the best.
Evidence-based
So the real-
practices.
the real one's not working
Just
right now.
this sentence, because all this other stuff you could have.
I'm just trying
It
to-
did work today though.
Bro, so we're going on the old one or?
We are on Dr. Trout at Central State. And then, did you guys have interest in visiting University of Cincinnati?
Yes, I wanna go there.
Did Nisha talk with you guys about this already?
What?
Dr. Wiley,
What she talked to us about what?
visiting University of Cincinnati for the.
No.
So they picked a date. The problem was they didn't make sure if any of us could be present. So as long as they're okay with like, they charter a bus up here, drive people down on a Saturday last year it was. Feed
Cause that's supposed to
you
be this month, right?
And where?
in November at University of Cincinnati.
I'm gonna go.
Didn't we all sign up for that one thing? It's
Um,
about Halloween.
Oh, that's OSU.
Oh.
Did
So
y'all do
that's
it? You got
Ohio
the
State
email?
University, MSW. Are they paying for everything?
I was like, okay, so like papers?
Oh, wait. I don't know, that's
Are you
why I'm
sure?
asking.
Oh, yeah, you gotta email them. They
It's
should
just the vendor, if you gonna do the vendor
Yeah.
form, you gotta do the application.
Okay. I'll do that. And everything paid for?
Did you?
You gotta read it. It comes with a lot.
They get us a room.
You gotta read it. It comes with a
Oh.
lot.
They get us.
I'm gonna put it for. Because the backup channel is now,
No, this should be one sentence, so you only start at one.
Okay.
So, yeah.
so UC wanted us all to visit on
Okay.
November 11th.
It's like that.
Oh, cannot do that.
However, that was a problem. Dr. Wiley, myself can't make it. So as long as they're okay, like shuttling you guys down there with none of us, then it's fine. But if they want one of us, it might be a different date.
Yeah, just tell them you feel comfortable with what's coming.
I'll just.
Because that date's not good for
Or
me.
the, wait, so if
Yeah.
y'all,
That's
if
the
y'all
thing.
from,
That's-
what are
You
we going
read
on?
that
to
from
do?
somewhere.
You visit UC, they get a hotel room, they feed you and tour the campus.
Oh, yeah, definitely will.
And it's lasting for the whole weekend.
It at least is an overnight.
They're right here.
I would-
There was 2 hotel room nights 2 years ago, but last year they only had money for 1 hotel room night. 'Cause that's expensive for them to pay for
So
one.
do everybody get their own room?
What's the form?
Well, so that's what we're working on. There's still no date,
I wanna read the rest of it.
just in discussion. So,
Well, yeah, tell them you have peers that would like to attend that.
But you can't make November
Not
11th.
till 11, and neither can you, so just.
I know, but it sounds like that's what they're pushing for. I will try to get it changed.
Thank you so much.
And yeah, that's kind of the update they had for us. So you're presenting next Tuesday. What about after that? Anybody else wanting to present?
I'm going on the 18th.
Okay.
I've got on there with you.
What do you do?
So ideally, turn it in, then you present it sometime in the next few weeks.
Okay, so when do we need to turn in the final print, if I'm presenting next Tuesday? Oh,
You
so
can
I don't
turn it
have-
in
So
now.
I don't have to present next week?
It would be perfect if you would.
Okay, I'm going to the same.
Yeah. And then you can turn it in now. It is,
That's the 15 slides.
well, 15 minutes,
Oh, no, I thought it was
Yeah.
10 to 15
Okay.
minutes. You guys all freaked
I'll
out.
do 15, I forgot, I'm doing OCD.
And you can have a video that describes it and just like kind of break it
And
down.
slides about it and like, okay, I know.
How's it diagnosed in here? I sent you the DSM-5.
Here, let me get my notebook out so we can talk about some potential questions we can answer.
Yeah.
So we can talk about what?
We're about to talk
So yeah, this is how you diagnose. If you download this, you can search this for any mental health disorder that you think of. This is how we diagnose people when we do assessments. I bet you guys would use it at your internship too.
We need to start looking at internships. Is it like a list of different internships?
Nikita does have a list for what year will you do
Who
it.
was Nakia?
She's the field director.
That's my advisor.
Yeah.
I've never met her.
Yeah, you gotta schedule a time with her. She's specific on the times, but she'll be here if you schedule with her. And she has a list. What year would you do your internship though? Like 24? 25?
Don't you do more junior?
You can do them senior year, really.
Oh,
Serious?
You can change it to the website, to use on website.
25 or 26, probably. Okay.
Then,
Okay.
give you the same thing. You copy paste into.
All right. We were talking about jobs also.
I'll show you what she
Wait. Weren't you just asking about the job hiring?
yes, I was.
But you do something similar.
She don't.
She does something similar.
She don't got no job right
Yeah,
now.
she does.
No, it's the one, it was the one girl, you talking about the one that did home health?
Yeah.
Yes, that's
But
the
you
girl
said
I'm
you
talking
do one
about.
similar.
No, it's not her. Oh.
I know, but she does. Home health.
I do caregiver.
See?
Back in Fort Wayne, she do that.
Not do it here.
Really?
See?
Why you didn't say nothing?
That's what
I
I'm
did.
saying. I'll communicate that for her.
I didn't know you did that. Where you work? Right.
It's called Comfort Keepers.
And are they hiring? They're always hiring. Here's one similar, and you'll find a lot throughout. Let me.
How much would you pay?
15.
I've been a direct support professional for lab since
It's so
September of 2009.
We are here to we are here to support the people that we serve. We support people with time management, money management, life.
Is yours called DSP also? Is that like a common term, direct support professional?
Yeah, but say like it's like interchangeable.
Right.
Caregiver and DSP.
Okay. All right.
Skills, self-care skills, everything that they need to be able to live a complete and full life.
So we're all working together to enhance the lives of people.
To be a DSP, you just really need to be around people on a daily basis. That's what it is. It's really no different than me. They want the same things I want. You know, they want to work. I need a job. They want to do their recreational activities. You know, they want to pursue their hobbies. They want to pursue their dreams. And that's no different than what me or anyone else would want to do. I love the idea of people being able to live their life the way that they see it, not the way that someone else sees it, but the way they see it.
A guy I worked for who had a coworker who he admired moved to Dripping, and he started talking to me. Man, I'd like to go there. That's gonna be really neat to do that. Why don't we just start pitching some money into that idea? And time will go by, and that's when you figure out something you can just not. Like life should be that. You treat every individual like they have the absolute possibility of complete independence.
after the very first year of working with people with developmental disabilities, it's not being a job. It's not, it just started being a calling. The most exciting thing about being in lab every day is that you just never know what's gonna happen. There's so many possibilities.
I think I just feel very lucky to be here right now at this time in my life. Working here at LAD for someone my age, I think gives me the opportunity to really make an impact on people, make a difference. I would love this opportunity to anybody. You know, you're doing something really fun, somewhere interesting with someone interesting, you know, and I get paid to do this.
So this is at LADD. They've recently changed their name. It was Living Assistance for Developmentally Delayed. I need to quote it properly though, because they are now standing for Living Arrangements for Developmentally Disabled. And it's about 50 years old now at this point. So they all pay about the same, I feel like. It's like 13, 14, 15 an hour. Does that sound right? Or am I not quoting it right?
Yeah.
Okay. And they often have different requirements, but you can move up. Oh yeah, there's coordinator, direct support, DSP, housing resource specialist. They have a remote support professional. For those of you that want that remote job, I've never heard of that before. $14.55 an hour.
That's
What are they
good.
required to have?
2 openings. Remote support professional provides remote support services to individuals with developmental disabilities. The RSP encourages healthy, productive personal growth, community inclusion, creativity, and independence. Doesn't really give qualifications. High school diploma, current valid driver's license with fewer than 6 points, ability to pass a background check, a flexible schedule. So there's several of those that you guys could consider. And there's quite a few still hiring. So let me get us. You guys have any questions about the presentation or yes?
We're about to go over questions.
Yes. Oh yeah.
Okay, 1 second, my paper's not ready.
That's okay.
I think I said, well, on the Dropbox, I think I said the 18th too.
Okay, that's fine.
Can you do 2 presentations at once? Or
Yeah,
not once,
unless if
but
you're
one
going
day?
to go 1 hour and 30 minutes.
Oh, yeah.
Neither one of us are.
See,
I
you
think
can, but you don't have to. Yeah, often it's like, what are the DSM diagnoses? So this is where we do our diagnosis. Like last night, I had to do an assessment. The gentleman kind of had a trauma history. I could have given him PTSD diagnosis, but more often I do adjustment disorder, because that gives you 6 months to figure out more stuff about it. But they're adjusting the life.
Good question.
Yes.
Should be answered on the presentation.
So first, how is it diagnosed in the DSM-5? His thing.
I guess I need to change my topic then.
Why is that?
We need to ask what?
What's your topic?
It's infinity.
How is it
Infinities?
diagnosed?
That's okay.
How is it diagnosed?
What do social workers do? You don't have to answer every single one. Like, what do social workers do to solve the problem?
Right.
And like, what are some of the new treatments for that?
And then,
So you don't have to answer every single one.
In the what?
Like, what are some new treatments for
No,
it?
scroll down.
I
And then
need a
what?
list of
How
what
did
you
I
said.
DSM-5,
DMS5.
TR. That means text revision. It's kind of annoying, but if you don't diagnose, the insurance companies won't pay you. If you want to get paid, you got to use this thing.
Go back up a little bit.
Okay.
How is it how the social worker?
Yeah, and he said, how do social workers what?
Like, what are some of the interventions and treatments for it? What do you do to intervene?
So how do social workers help with this
Yeah, yeah.
issue?
Yes, usually you go through the assessment, diagnosis, intervention. That's kind of like the flow with all social work. Oh, sure. Is there even a pen that works on it?
I don't know, but I got one.
I gotta count my steps. 1, 2,
Here.
3, 4. So DSM.
Them work?
Yeah. See, when I was in school, the DSM 3. So, on assessment. Because with like a child abuse one, you would have the assessment of the CPS worker, like what's going on in the home, why is there child abuse? There might not be a DSM-5. Well, here's a way to throw a curveball at that one. Though. It could be an alcoholism or an addiction diagnosis causing the abuse inside that, or a previous history of abuse, like in trauma background. How do social workers intervene? Like, what are the interventions, like the current interventions? And you can add a video into
So how many videos, like 2?
it.
No.
How many do you want to have?
You never did a presentation.
Just so you show that you're knowledgeable about it, kind of helping us to understand it, because this is where we get to learn about, like, what do social workers do, what are some of the different things that we involve ourselves with, and like some of the current interventions. Some folks do horticulture therapy. That's one of the newer ones. Is that visible to you?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Then that would be the gist of it. Shoot, that diamond. Hopefully not.
Okay, how do farmers intervene?
The fat baby, that's hilarious. Dude is 23 pounds at 9 months. So he's pretty much tripled his weight in 9 months. He's wearing 18 months clothing.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. 9 months.
Are you guys tall?
So there was the
Like,
other question.
I don't even know how tall you are.
Barely 6. I don't know if that's tall or not. What was the question?
It's pretty average.
Yeah, it is.
I know.
He sounds like a tall baby.
If I can go to UC with you all, try to bring the kids.
Yeah.
But if they want to have it on the 11th, we'll just have it when they have it. I don't know.
The 11th on a holiday?
November 11th.
Yeah.
It's Veterans Day.
Oh, I can't, I don't want to do it on a
I
holiday.
know, that's your day off, right? That's your,
Okay,
I
That's
know.
my only day where my husband and my kids go to school.
I hear ya.
don't.
I hear you. I'm a little annoyed because I just found out today. And I'm like, well, wouldn't it be important to check with us if we're able to make it?
It's Veterans Day.
That's my sobriety date, November 11th, 1997. I would have been a crackhead asking you for money on the streets, like, y'all got
But now
50
you on the
cents?
other side and you helping them. Yeah.
I would have been asking you for 50 cents, scratching my neck on the streets like Chris Rock. You ever seen those videos? It's hilarious. I gotta
Now you helping people struggling with addiction.
That is my specialty. Crackhead.
Oh, I know who.
Have you ever seen this?
Yeah.
It's bad, but it's, well,
It's
there it
funny.
is, he's one. I guess because he gets all ashy and he's like, it's terrible. But that was the, do you guys know Chris Rock, or is he
Yeah.
not famous anymore? He's
Yeah.
old. Is he the one who slapped,
No, Will Smith got.
Will slapped
yeah,
him?
Yeah.
Because he said something about Will's
Wife. You know, kind of understandable.
Because
It was
she
not that
got.
bad. No, it was not that bad. He called her G.I. Joe. And she did, well, she was bald. He's a comedian.
Oh, because she had
And I want my
cancer.
husband to slap.
She
She had
cancer.
alopecia.
She had alopecia and he called her bald head or something.
Like, would you do? You would slap somebody too,
But they-
I
I ain't gonna lie.
or at least let the person know from ahead of time. Like, I'm gonna make this joke. Don't be offended. Or I don't know.
I mean, have y'all went to a comedy show before?
Not about
Yeah.
They talk about me.
They talk about everybody.
They talk about everybody's comedian. It's like,
I don't know.
But like, she's
She
sick.
got alopecia.
Yeah, like
It's like
it's
uncontrollable.
different.
If she was to cut her hair, then they'd be like, okay,
Yeah.
LOL. But it's not funny.
You guys even remember this? Because this is like 25 years old. So those are what made Chris Rock famous. And it was on, I think it was on In Living Color. So he would be on the show called In Living Color.
Mm-hmm. I
It
heard
was
about
like
that.
an old show. And that's what made him famous.